Yo, this is Trey Maurice. I guess we gonna call it your crash out host with the most. I'm sitting here with my motherfucking brother. This is podcast round two. This is not even we ain't gonna call this the second episode. We just gonna call this a round three. We just popping back up. My host right here is my motherfucking brother, my big brother.
Hello, Ski.
And we here, bro. We here. We trying. We making progress. And it's happening. And today, we gonna do something a little bit different. Last time, yeah, whatever the case may be, we was talking some shit. But today we gotta talk about some crazy shit. A lot of crazy shit that's been happening in this world, around this world and around this earth, around this environment. First thing I want to speak about is in my place in Harrisburg, where I live at, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. There's been a lot of deaths going on. There's been a lot of deaths, a lot of tragedies, a lot of things that's happening in our environment that it doesn't make sense. People are killing each other. People are killing themselves. Unknown deaths is happening, which we're gonna speak later about the unknown deaths and why it happened. Anthrax, whatever. We're gonna speak about all that bullshit. But right now, how you feel about that motherfucking shit that happened in Stilton, though, bro? Nigga done shot, bro, in Stilton. Boom. Broad daylight. School's got everything. Everybody's in a panic. Everybody's in a whirlwind. What the fuck?
Well, from since we been real, I heard the person that's supposed to be responsible ain't like that.
Allegedly.
I'm saying,
But
man,
Can we keep it a bean?
I'm just saying,
Who really like that really shoot people? Like it's only a few people in this world right now that's really like that. Like,
I'm just saying.
Come
That's
on,
why
man.
I'm like, because I don't know if I know any of the families. I'm supposedly I do know
I think
one.
you probably do.
You know what I'm saying? Some from one of them, but it's like if what y'all got going on, not the family, but I'm just saying in general, what's going on if he ain't supposed to be like that, but he just did that. Like that wasn't no normal John. Like
Nah, it wasn't.
was some. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know who confused or what's going on. Cause when they told me that, I'm like, listen. To me, flat out, he ain't no bitch, and he ain't like I don't care how whoever try to spin it and say all this and this from this or that. You know what I'm saying? However, whatever caused the situation to happen, niggas gotta realize ain't no bitch ass niggas doing shit like that. I'ma just put it like that. So if you out here taking advantage of a nigga or something like that, cause you feel like a nigga ain't
But even
capable of
my
that,
thing is, it's even it's not even.
rethink it.
I won't even put it to like that because even the hoest niggas, bro.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody
but
gonna
that's
fucking
why
let
I
you.
just said what I said because
Ain't nobody gonna let you do that.
that's how motherfuckers more or less, you know what I'm saying, perceive him at some point. I don't know when he got to the point he got to what he did, but at some point, if that's what motherfuckers are saying, at some point it had to be perceived that he's a bitch ass nigga. Cause that's what really what motherfuckers was trying to say, but nigga, that was almost a double homicide. and somebody else supposedly got hurt in broad daylight at a corner store, wherever they was at. So,
But then we have that.
yeah, I
Then we got
mean,
a situation where the little boy, he lost his life in the Susquehanna River.
yeah,
Only 11 something years old.
Yeah,
As in,
I seen the
how did?
helicopter.
And my thing is this is how. All right, I can't even. I won't put this on the parent on type tip because I'm not even that type of person. But my thing is this: it comes to a certain point. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, that's supposed to be your first initial thought, bro.
But you can't. I realize I can't even put it. It 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 go. It goes bigger than that. It goes to the point. Even I I had a conversation with my baby mom. Like, how the fuck did you let that happen to your son? You like how did you fathom to let your son go and do something? Like, where were you? But different scenarios, different problems, different people, different ways of life, different thinking, whatever the case may be, understandable. But when I heard that this little boy lost his fucking life in the river, this ain't the first person that lost his man, that river caught so many bodies in these last couple of years. It's fucking crazy. So that's when the river's catching bodies right now, bro. How they're going there, how they're coming up, how they're showing up, however, whatever is whatever. But it comes a time that we know that right now that nigga, this shit is bad out here, bro. When you think about it and you look at it, it ain't safe. We don't know. I don't even like going outside, bro, because why? Man, bro, I don't know. These young niggas might look at me like I'm gonna get up. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing something better than them, or I know somebody better than they supposed to know, and they gotta choose me an example because right now they don't got niggas like how we. Who's teaching them?
Nigga, it's you got if you ain't in a world, they ain't necessarily paying attention to. Man, one thing I don't.
Or are they paying attention to more rappers and more of that line life, and then of then their big brothers or big or who's going to jail? You understand what I'm saying to you?
Well, I peeped it to what it is. They from what I seen from, let's say, the little age group that might be like 18 right now, 17, 18. From what I peeped, when they was like 14, 15, them niggas is on some New Jersey Drive shit.
Like I said, I could say the same thing about
These
my
niggas
niece.
is car thief maniacs.
Remember how I told about my nephew? You know what I mean? How that situation happened, and then I'm like, damn. And then I'm talking, I'm like, yo, what were you possibly thinking in your mind?
I mean,
because honestly, I could say that, nigga, even though you got uncles who, bro, we make sure you ain't worried about nothing. Only thing you gotta do is the bare minimum. You can say our name, right? And you okay. It sticks for itself. But now when you go and do some shit that's that's classic, like what? What? But then even in that aspect, I do get mad at I get mad at my sisters. I get mad at because y'all ain't let me do that. And I could never get away with that. Y'all gonna make me live with that for life. I remember when I was young, nigga, I couldn't fucking. My big brothers and everybody beating my head down anything I did, bro. Times change, bro. But alright, but alright, times change, right? But do the people change with it that already know the timing? Do they get to a certain point that says, okay, I can't fix this? Instead of my age and my era when it happened with me that says I can fix him. You feel what I'm saying to you? Like where did it stop? Where did that line stop at? They're saying, you know what, I can fix you. I got you, and I'm gonna stick by you to saying, you know what, fuck it.
It's,
You can be out past the street lights.
it's systematic, bro. It's not nothing we necessarily even in control of. Like, I mean,
What are we in control of, love?
nothing. That's what they tell. That's what they tell us. That's why they feed people religion and they feed things to control you, to make you think that you ain't in control of nothing. Because if I make you think you ain't in control enough some shit like that, how motherfuckers are supposed to act and the protocol we supposed to follow, because you know everything is more lax than what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I'm gonna put it straight. I'm gonna put it straight like this. I seen something yesterday. I seen a boy. You know what I'm saying? I seen a boy disciplining his daughter because she was like 13, 14. She leaked a video of him and her stepmom doing something. And he disciplining her, and people in the comments talking about nah, she still lit in the town. What?
Hold on.
This was in
Hold
Florida.
On.
This was in Florida.
You talking about lit as in the little girl lit in the town, or
yeah? You see what I'm saying? This was in Florida. So they saying if they already got people perceiving like, cause you know that's a big what? Come on, bro. Somebody's mom might have tried to kill you back in the day for that.
Nah, I mean not kill you.
Literally,
no, will
like
kill you.
Yo, what? You leaked a what? But in different times. And you going to jail if you put your hands on your kids like that.
Not and you know the crazy part about it is now you can't even do the disciplinary thing that what happened to me. Well, you know what I mean. What it's not happening because now it's like, oh, you're beating your child. I'm not beating my child. I'm disciplining my child. But you're gonna say I'm beating my child. But then I understand that people do go further than they're supposed to go. We're not gonna say that people don't go.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say. But let's go back a little bit. When I hear about these topics and I hear about what we're talking about and I see these things and I'm viewing these things, I'm still like, what the fuck? I'm puzzled in my mind because I'm like, how?
No.
Like that, like we can even talk about the David situation.
That's what I was about to say.
All right.
See?
What?
See? It play right into it, though.
It does.
Because
my thing is this. My nigga, first thing first. All right. It plays out that, all right, nobody really knew you were a singer. Let's keep it a thing. Now your shit's on 16 on the chart. No. Now your shit's on 16 number in the Billboard on the TikTok. Let's not. Your shit skyrocketed up after. Skyrocketed up and your name skyrocketed up way after.
Yeah, because I ain't know who he was.
Nobody really did. Once that happened, your shit went up a whole nother. Your shit skyrocketed, right? So then get to a point that all this is happening, and then that, all right, now they're saying this house got swatted. Now, if anybody know what swatted means, that means not your house really got swatted. It means that somebody made a prank call to wherever you're at and saying that you're doing something wrong that have cops coming to your house. That's considered as swatted. So when the swatting happened, he was never there. It was his mom's house. And now they ping the call back to somebody who was literally right there and not there no more.
Right.
And then they're talking about the muffled sound. So now the detective's going through the sound like, oh shit, well, the sound was muffled. Oh, so we don't know. No, you know that was who it was. You know, not saying who it was, but you know, you can tell a male or a female. Come on, let's keep it a beam. But, so, all right, and then now you're saying, oh, his manager did that. Now he was taking off of this. But then, you know what that fucks me up? It's like, yo, bro, like, okay. at the end of the day, it still dates back to what the fuck is happening in this world with these people. Why do people think that this is okay?
It's entertainment.
But is it all right? So it's entertainment enough to make something be all right? Yeah. Back with the YNs. So it's entertainment enough to say, all right, I'm gonna do this. Let me get bleezy, bro. It's entertainment enough to say, I did this, and I'm okay with doing it, and I don't care about the backlash or backfall behind it.
See, This is what I'm saying again. I started peeping. I ain't in a world. When a nigga can tell me, or tell another person, period. Yeah, niggas is out here trying to walk niggas down on camera. Like you ain't you ain't you ain't really you ain't really like that until you walk a nigga down on camera. So you can pull your phone out and show me
that you doing
you
it,
putting
that
a nigga down on camera.
But that doesn't. But that still
really,
that still don't solidify it to me.
I'm saying you ain't in a world. You
my
ain't
thing
in
is,
a
what
world.
fucking world are we living in?
I'm
That
saying.
what world? All right, put like this, and I understand. Now I'm gonna pick your brain. I'm gonna argue with you about it. What the fuck world are they living in that we ain't living in?
Right. What world was we living in that the niggas before us wasn't living in? You know what I'm saying?
We was in the same world.
No. There's some niggas that won't talk on the phone. Period. About nothing.
I really won't really.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you will. You be on the phone.
Sometimes,
you will.
yeah, depending on who I am. Depending on who I am.
Yeah, well, it's some niggas that ain't with that. Period. They ain't with the phone, and they looking at us crazy. So
True.
you know what I'm saying? I just have to come to understand certain little, you know what I mean? That's like them wearing a mask all the time. We ain't wearing no mask all the time.
But you know where that stem from? Where did that stem from? And I ain't gonna lie, I got to the point of, alright, that's another thing too.
Pooh Shiesty.
Not even Pooh. This has nothing to do with Pooh Shiesty.
Pooh Shiesty.
I started loving wearing masks, bro, on some real shit because of the pandemic. And when I realized I can go outside and nobody knew my face, bro, and I can still walk around town. Listen, if anybody know me, I was out more in the pandemic than any nigga. I loved it. I love that you seeing my face and I can walk around. That means I don't got to talk to nobody. I don't got to salute to nobody. Nobody can shake my hand. You dig what I'm saying? It's a lot of things, but now it's like, nigga.
For you? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's not,
So
I know they flip shit. So we happen to be born in a time where it's where the shift happens. It's every 100 years. We just happen to be here. So say another 100. If we could live another 100,
it's gonna be worse.
It's gonna flip again. It ain't that it's gonna be worse, but it's gonna be a reset.
Because my thing is this: when my kids come up, and my kids are babies, bro, 2, 3 years old, 1. When my kids, I know the world is gonna be way more crazier when they come up because I know what I'm seeing and what's being brought out, and I know what the world is happening now because I'm looking at it.
So it's like you got this, like, say, if you was born again as your grandson, and the reset happened while you were a grandpop in your late ages, you feel me? That's how far away we are from another reset. So what's going on right now is what it's gonna be for a minute.
My thing is this. Yes. But I still I hate. All right. We deal with a world right now. We glorify everything negative. Let's keep it a bean. We love it.
Yeah, but look.
Let's keep it a bean. We love it.
But I'm gonna hit you with this.
We love negative. We love negativity because negativity
I'm
feeds the fuel.
Listen, you can't say that necessarily.
Yes,
you know
I
why?
can. It feeds the fuel.
Yeah,
Negativity feeds the fuel.
Yeah, but people were fucking eating organically and shit. People were.
It don't matter what. It don't matter what they're. It don't matter what they're consuming in their body.
I don't matter, bro.
It doesn't.
What do you mean?
You can consume anything.
It doesn't.
Listen,
what is you talking
you can
about?
consume anything in your body, but that don't mean your mindset is not taking in. Your mind, you're not taking.
That means everything. That's what plays into all that. What you consume is what you become, nigga.
Not what you're eating. Bro.
Yes, what you eat is what you are. What you mean?
So therefore, so basically what you're saying, everybody that consume vegetables don't think like we think.
Fuck no, nigga.
It's a lie.
So who you know that's vegan that think like me and you, bro?
A lot of people.
Who?
I'm not naming. I can't.